Hey, what's up guys, Matt here. Today I'll be reviewing the Aeromexico 777-200ER by JC Wings in a 1 to 200 scale. Please check the description in case you missed anything throughout this video. My Facebook, Twitter and Instagram links are also down there. I pre-ordered this from easytoys.com. Their link is also down in the description. This is my 29th 787 model and it's my third Aeromexico model. Some information about Aeromexico. The operation space is out of Torre MAPFRE in Mexico City, Mexico. Main hub is Mexico City International Airport. Secondary hubs are Guadalajara International Airport and Monterrey International Airport. Their focus cities are Cancun International Airport and Tijuana International Airport. They were founded on the 14th of September 1934 as the predecessor Aeronaves de Mexico. They commenced their operations on the 1st of October 1988 as Aeronaves de Mexico before settling with Aeromexico sometime later. The fleet size of Aeromexico consists of 134 aircraft as of the 15th of August 2018. They did formerly operate 4 777-300ERs, but they don't currently have any in their fleet. They serve 89 destinations in 25 countries, and this aircraft's first flight was on the 21st of April 2006 and delivered to Aeromexico on the 28th of April 2006, and it was the second 777 to enter Aeromexico's fleet. It was eventually withdrawn from use on the 9th of February 2018, and then it was stored at Abu Dhabi International Airport from 17th of February to 29 May 2018. This made it the final 777 to exit Aeromexico's fleet. Since then, it has been operated by Nordwind Airlines under lease from AerCap. The Boeing customer code for Aeromexico is 52. However, this aircraft uses Q8 as this airframe was originally ordered by the leasing company ILFC for Aeromexico. Let's take a look around the box here. So we have Boeing 777-200ER at the top there. A picture of the aircraft, Aeromexico and the Skyteam logos. Boeing license and 1 to 200 scale model. On the back of the box is just some details regarding this aircraft, in particular the 777-200ER. As you can see, the engine types, length of the aircraft, things like that. There is the JC Wings logo, the manufacturer. There's go check out their Facebook page if you wish to, and some warnings, just some general warnings that they have on all their boxes. On the top of the box, and then on the bottom. Sometimes you have to properly force it, and sometimes let gravity take over with these, how tight the covers are on the boxes. And there is the model. So as you see the stand and the magnetic removable gears. Alright guys, the model is now out of the box and we're going to start at the cockpit windows on the port side. There we have it. Alright, so we have the cockpit windows, window wipers, pitot tube static ports, Skyteam logo because Aeromexico is a member of Skyteam, which is a group of 20 airlines. There seems to be a little bit of paint has been scraped off, but you can just see how nice that polished finish is. And on the gear door we have 746, which is part of the registration number. Aeromexico titles and the Mexican flag because Aeromexico is the flag carrier of Mexico. And there's the inboard landing light, the realistic looking landing light, which is pretty cool. And we come to the GE90 engine. It's going to need a little bit of help here. Here we go. So this is the General Electric G90-94B engine. Inside of the engine cowling, engine cell, we have the engine strake, which you might be able to see. It's easier to see from there. Fan blades, they do spin. At times I'm thinking I possibly need a ring light for the lens of this camera in addition to the two lights I've got, because they're behind the camera, so sometimes there is a bit of shade from myself and the camera and things like that. So I mean, obviously these close-ups I may need a ring light for the lens. Something to think about, really. There's the landing light on that side. Again, there's the engine strake on the inside of the engine nacelle, and the fan blades do spin. On the nose gear, there are landing and taxi lights there, which is very good to see. It adds to the detail and just the overall beautiful model this is. Okay, continuing down. We're going to come to the wingtip, where we have the red navigation light. And the strobe light, well, it's not really marked out too well. And back onto the fuselage, we have aeromexico.com. Registration number N746AM, November 746 Alpha Mike. And then we have the Aeromexico logo, and again part of the registration on the top of the tail. APU is nicely designed, very detailed. They've even got a small indent there for the exhaust, just replicating where the exhaust would be, although it's not quite accurate in position where the painting is. It should be obviously a little higher, but it is still very good nonetheless that they've added that little detail in, because it used to be I think it used to be painted in. And now to the starboard side, where we're going to start at the cockpit windows again. We also have the obviously the window wipers, pitot tube static ports, Skyteam logo, part of the registration on the gear door, Aeromexico titles. There's the front cargo contendor, Mexican flag, inboard landing light, GE90 engine. And the green navigation light, and the strobe light will also be there. Back onto the fuselage, the rear cargo container door, bulk bin door, Aeromexico website, registration number, and the tail again. Now we're going to take a look at the bottom of this aircraft. Okay, there we go. So we have the front gear and the doors, some markings for antennas and other things typically underneath the aircraft. NACA ducts, there's an antenna, off the stand, a anti-collision light, main gears, gear doors, underneath the wings, flaps, slats, ailerons. There's the fuel dump valve, very detailed underneath the engines. And the same on this side, but we have the registration number. Okay, continuing down. A couple more antennas. And then the horizontal stabilizers and the APU housing, which is nicely marked. And the chrome belly is awesome, apart from they've painted it under here, but that's just how the livery is. Now onto the top, and obviously a lot of fingerprints. I can't help that because it's just how the chrome finish does display a few more fingerprints, so they have to be wiped off. Obviously give it a good clean afterwards. Anti-collision beacon, antenna, ADF antennas. On top of the wings we have the no step markings and the flaps, slats, ailerons and spoilers. And it's not fun when it loses focus, because it's difficult to, with my setup, to refocus it. Okay, hopefully it finds it. Right, now, same on this wing, but with the registration number. Sorry about that little time wasting moment right there. We have the SATCOM, 2 more antennas, and then horizontal stabilizers. As you can see, there are 2 grey dots on each one. They're leading edges. They are the logo lights that will light up the tail at night time. Okay, so we will go through the seating, although Aeromexico does not have these aircraft in their fleet now, but I do have the seating here, so why not, you know. Business class, 49 flatbed seats, rows 1 to 7. That would have been from the front to about the leading edge of the wing right here. And then from here to the back of the aircraft is entirely economy, 219 seats, rows 8 to 12 and 14 to 34, 268 seats in total. And now we're going to move on to the features of this particular model. So, landing gear. Should roll. Unfortunately, as is pretty common now with JC Wings and Gemini Jets landing gears, some of them don't like to roll. That's kind of a shame, but you know, they're meant to roll. It's got the tilt for the landing and takeoff rotation and flare, and nose gear does swivel. And now we'll take a look at the stand. Right. So we have the wooden base with the metal plaque, Aeromexico Boeing 777-200ER, scale 1 to 200. On the bottom, not much. With the blue film here. Padding on top of the stand. That's better. Okay, you get the idea. That's just to protect the model, so you know, you don't scratch the bottom of it and take any paint off. And however, I've taken the blue film off, and I've also taken part of the it's not focused anyway. Part of the padding off, which is as you can see, the film had gone was underneath the padding, which is not a good thing. So I've taken half of that off. Although the padding should be sufficient, because typically that's the side that's more likely to scratch at the bottom of the aircraft, so that at least that's still protected that side. Anyway, we're going to stick it on the stand for now. I'll fix it later. And that looks beautiful on the stand. Now the gears, of course, are magnetic, as with all Gemini Jets and JC Wings models. Can be easily removed, put back into place. It's difficult to see for me. There we go, from there. That's sort of their natural position, where they're locked into. And there are gear doors here to use if you wish. Alright, so this is basically going to be in the end of the video. I do hope you have enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Comment, tell me what you think of this model. Tell me if you're going to get it. I would highly recommend it. I've been waiting for this model for quite a while. Good thing it came with the stand. I like the wooden base with the plaque rather than the newer stands. It came out in a time when they were phasing these stands out. So I do hope they bring them back at some point, because I definitely know for sure that there's been a lot of customers that have been requesting for JC Wings to bring them back, myself in particular. So anyway, please subscribe for more. Share this video as well to other people who know about this model and see if they want to get it. And it just looks so nice. Not many airlines that had chrome finishes over pretty much the majority of the aircraft, but this just looks absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad I have it in my collection finally. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.